KB. So for today's lesson, we're going to be reviewing the story, The Most Magnificent Thing. So if you have not already, you should listen to the story about this book. And I want you to remember, what does magnificent mean? It means amazing, something very, very amazing, or luar biasa. Okay, so for today, we're going to review the sequence of the story, and then we're going to talk about how the character was feeling during each part of the sequence. So you're going to need a few worksheets, which I will show you in a minute. You're going to need a pencil and an eraser. Okay, KB, this is the first worksheet that we are going to review from yesterday. These are your sequencing cards. You may remember doing something like this in the classroom, where we have cards and we put them in order with what happened first, next, then, and finally. All right, so I don't have scissors to cut this right here, so we're just going to look at them and read them together. So let's read the first one. She crunches her finger while working, and her assistant takes her on a walk. Nice job. Now remember, the assistant from the story, was that a person? The one who was helping the little girl? It was not. It was her puppy dog. So her assistant takes her on a walk after she crunches her finger. All right, let's look at the next one. She makes the most magnificent thing. Very good. All right, let's read this one. She makes a thing that isn't magnificent. So remember, isn't, this is a contraction and it means is not. So she makes something that is not magnificent. All right, the last one, she tries different ways and makes many things that aren't magnificent. Again, we have another contraction, are not. So this one says she makes one thing that isn't magnificent. And this one is she tries again and again and again and again, and all of them are not magnificent. Okay, so let's look at this picture right here from the very beginning of the story. She makes something. Is it magnificent or not? It was not magnificent. She had this wonderful idea in her head, and she said, I know exactly what I want to make that's going to be so magnificent. She worked very hard, but it didn't work. Okay, so if you're looking at these cards, which picture relates to that card? She made something that was not magnificent. Is it going to be the first one, the second one, the third one, or the fourth one? Now remember, she only made one thing in that picture. It's going to be this one right here. She makes a thing. Not many things. The first one, she only made a thing, so just one thing that is not magnificent. So this is the first thing that happened in the story. So if you look at this worksheet, all you need to do where it says first, we're just going to copy that same exact sentence. She makes a thing that is not or isn't magnificent. Full stop. Once you write this, you draw your picture. Now, notice that this worksheet, you don't want to write past these lines right here, because this is for next, this one is for then, and the last one is for finally. Okay, let's look what happened next. All right, let's look at this picture right here. So you can see she has all of these things that she has made around her. There's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different things that she has tried to make. She tried again and again and again and again and again and again and again. But are these things magnificent? Are they amazing? Did she make what she wanted to make? She did not. All of them are not magnificent. So if you come back here, which one is for that picture? She made many things and they were not magnificent. It's going to be the first one, the second one, or the last one, because remember, we've already done this one. Many different things and all of them were not magnificent. Very good. That's going to be this one right here. She tries different ways and makes many things that are not magnificent. Okay, so when you come back here, you can see I've already done it. I just copied that exact sentence on the next box. She tries different ways and makes many things that are not magnificent. Now, I want you to notice here, this is a very long sentence. So it's important that you write nice and neat and nice and small. Use your best handwriting. If you run out of space, you can come down here. All right, let's look what happened then. So first, she makes something that's not magnificent. Next, she makes many things that are not magnificent. And then what happens? What has happened here? Let's look at this picture right here. She crunched her finger, crunch, and it hurts really bad. Is she happy about crunching her finger? She is not. So she crunches her finger, and because she gets so angry, her puppy dog, her assistant, says, "Let's go for a walk and cool our head." So which sentence is that? The first one. Very good. She crunches her finger while working, and her assistant takes her on a walk. Okay, you can see I've already put the sentence here. I didn't write the complete sentence because it was very, very long. So I just wrote the beginning. She crunches her finger while working. But if you can fit the whole sentence, go right ahead. Remember to write with your nicest handwriting. Capital letters, full stops, and don't forget your finger spaces. All right, let's look what happened finally. All right, so this is what happens in the very end of the story. The little girl is happy. She has her most magnificent idea. It came to life. So which sentence will that be? There's only one sentence left. Which one is it? Very good. She makes the most magnificent thing. Excellent job. All right, again, I've already put my sentence here. She made the most magnificent thing. Excellent. So what I want you to do now is draw a picture. What happened first? What happened next? What happened then? And what happened finally? And also do not forget to read your paper at least 3 times. Very good. All right, so let's move on to the characters' feelings. All right, KB, now that we've reviewed the sequence for the most magnificent thing, what happened first, what happened next, what happened then, and what happened finally, now we're going to talk about, for each parts of the story, how was the character feeling? So we know that our main character is the little girl. So I want to know, how was she feeling? Okay? All right, so let's take a look at our worksheets. Again, for this one, you're going to need a pencil and eraser, but you're also going to need scissors and glue. All right, let's begin. Okay, this is the first one that we're going to look at. And if you can read at the top, it says cut and paste. All right, so there are 4 boxes here. So we're going to need to cut all 4 boxes, okay? We're gonna cut here, number 1, here, number 2, here, number 3, and here, number 4. All right, again, I'm not going to cut them because we're on the computer. So let's go ahead and read them. So it says character's response. That means how did the character respond, or how did the character act, or how did the character feel when something happened to her? All right, let's read the first one. She explodes, throws a tantrum, and quits. So there's a couple big words here. The first one is explodes. I want you to think of like a bomb or a volcano. It explodes, boom, really big. So remember, she explodes. She wasn't just mad. She was really, really, really mad. That's explodes. Throws a tantrum. So this word tantrum, you might not have heard it, but I know you know what it means. A tantrum is when you complain and you cry because you really, really want something and you don't have it. And I know you've all done that before at some point or another. We all have. Even Miss Erin, when I was a baby, I'm sure I threw a tantrum. A tantrum. In Bahasa, we would say changang maybe. Or if you really, really want something, mommy, but I want it. And you scream and you kick and you cry and you get very angry. All right, the last one, and quits. And I know you know this word. She quits. I give up. So she explodes, she gets very angry, she kicks around, and she gives up. All right, let's look at the next one. This one's a little bit easier. She gets mad. So mad, marah, she gets very angry. The third one, she is confused. Bingong, I don't know what to do. How do I fix this? She tries again. All right, let's look at the last one. She feels magnificent. There's that word again. So remember, magnificent is amazing. Very, 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 very good. She feels amazing. She feels magnificent. Okay, so this is going to be the main worksheet. So the most magnificent thing on this side, on the left side, we have events. What happened in the story? Because we just did a review of this. So first, she makes a thing that isn't magnificent. Next, she tries different ways and makes many things that are not magnificent. Then she crunches her finger while working, and her assistant takes her on a walk. Finally, she makes the most magnificent thing. All right, so on the right side, we have character's response. This is where you're going to glue the pieces of paper that we just cut before. So I want to come to this first box right here. It says, first, she makes a thing that isn't magnificent. Let's go look at the story. Okay, here we are. She makes a thing that isn't magnificent. It is not magnificent. How is she feeling? Look at her face. Is she really, really angry and exploding? Not yet, because it was her first try. So how do you think she's feeling? Let's go look at the other paper to see if we can figure it out. Okay, so think about that picture that we just looked at. How was she feeling? Was she exploding? No. Was she mad? I don't think so. I don't think she's angry yet because she just tried one time. If we try one time and fail, we don't usually get angry that quickly, or at least we shouldn't. She is confused. Why has this happened? She tries again. Maybe. Last one. She feels magnificent. All right, let's look at the picture one more time. How does she feel? She mad? Is she exploding? Does she feel confused? Why has this happened? Why is it not magnificent? Or does she feel magnificent? There we go. She is confused. Why did this not work? So she tries again. So what we will do, we'll cut this square or this rectangle, and we're going to glue it in the first box on the other page. We're going to glue it right here. All right, next. She tries different ways and makes many things that aren't magnificent. Let's see how she feels here, her response. There we are. Okay, so she tries many different ways, and all of them are not magnificent. So we have 3 left. Explodes. She throws a tantrum. She gets mad, or she feels magnificent. So exploding, remember, is very, 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 very mad. And I think if you look here, you can tell, does she feel magnificent? Does she feel good? She does not. So we can eliminate that answer. So it's between 2 different answers now. She explodes, she gets very, very, very mad, or she just gets mad. How do you think she's feeling? Very, 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 very mad? Or she's just, I'm mad. Now this one can be a little bit tricky, but it's just the next time that she's tried. So she's tried over and over now, and she just gets mad. Now she's mad. She goes from being confused at first, and then next, she gets mad. So let's see what happens then. All right, here we are. Then she crunches her finger while working, and her assistant takes her on a walk. So now she got her finger stuck, and it crunches, and it hurts so bad. There, look at her here. How does she feel after she crunches her finger? It says she explodes like a volcano. All of her anger comes out. So for the next box, we will cut this one here and glue it here. All right, there's only one more left, so we can figure out what it is, but let's take a look anyways. Finally, she makes the most magnificent thing. So how is our character feeling here? Is she mad? No. Is she exploding? No. Does she look confused? Bingo? No. What about magnificent? She feels magnificent. Happy, amazing. Yes. In the end of the story, she feels magnificent because she made the most magnificent thing. So for the last one, we're going to cut this box here. And we're going to glue it here. All right, KB, you did an excellent job today. I know this is a very hard lesson when we're not inside of the classroom working together, but it's so important that these are skills that you're practicing. So when you're reading books at home, whether it be a book with Miss Erin or a book with mommy or daddy, I always want you to think about the characters. What is the character doing? And also, how are they feeling? That's something that we've talked about all year long. And I want you to keep on thinking about things like that because it's going to make you a better reader and a better learner and a better student. As always, if you need my help, let me know and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, KB.